Hello once again, I'm Chubbs, and we are going to go over another topic in my bookbinding discovery series. So, I like to think that I'm a classmate learning alongside you all. These videos are for people who are already doing bookbinding, who are already doing crafts with leather, and I want to learn alongside you and show you my mistakes so that you don't have to make them yourself. And the next mistake that I want to go over is thread size. I think I have seen one other YouTuber mention thread size as one of those things that, as a beginner bookbinder, you don't really pay attention to. And I wanted to show what it looks like when your thread size is too large, because that was a mistake I made with my latest project. The thread size I use, because I come from a very, very humble and very small background of leather work. I have leatherworking tools, leatherworking equipment, and the thread that I use the most is this bad boy. This is a 1 millimeter, 1.1 millimeter. I don't remember which one it is exactly. I measured it and it said 1 millimeter, but the lady at the Tandy leather store, said it was 1.1 millimeter. But it's a waxed polyester thread. And this is what I use for all of my sewing when it comes to leather work and leathercraft. This is Bubkiss for working with books. For tying your papers together, you want something thinner, much thinner than this. Maybe around half the width of this bad boy, because this is chunky. This is very thick, and this is what it looks like when you use super thick cordage for your spine, for putting your paper together. Up here is some decorative cord that I had also used to try and make a headband. And this, first off, fucking hate making headbands. Piece of shit. Hate them so much. But I digress. If you notice in here, the pages are starting to squeeze apart, and no amount of me squishing this book is going to get rid of those. The other side is a bit more even and a bit more frayed because, again, I fucked that up. We'll talk about that in a different episode. But you can see that the thread, with all this thread that's 1 millimeter thick, going through there, it's chunking up the spine of the book a lot, and it's spacing it like it's a bookmark because it's about as thick as a bookmark. That is going to affect your measurements for the spine for the leather on the spine. That's going to affect how your book opens and relaxes. It's going to stress out your paper over time, and make it so that it's just more difficult to work with because it's chunky. It's really thick. I got this from Tandy. I do not recommend. I'm not teaching you how to make a book. I'm not teaching you how to do this stuff. I'm not suggesting you buy specific brands or whatnot. But I shop at Tandy. This is the thread that I'm going to be using for my next project and seeing how it works. It's sewing all thread. It kind of blew my mind to think that while this is thread for sewing all, I can just stick this onto 2 needles and use it like regular thread. $20. It's a lot, but it's also a crap ton of thread. Tandy lady said that this thread will work. It's not the best thread, but it's still thread. It works pretty well. It is, I believe, 0.7 or 0.6 millimeter, and that's what we're looking for with bookbinding. Here's hoping that the next project I don't have that problem.